Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome to our last day, day 3. Okay, I am super excited to be jumping back in with you guys. I want to hear, how has this been going for you thus far? Both like the training stuff, like was there anything that you're like, oh man, yeah, that completely makes sense? Or have you started to apply some stuff, maybe things that I taught, or maybe just on your own, you're like, okay, yeah, I need to buckle down and actually do this. Have you been able to dive in and actually go find profit for yourself? Remember, like I said this on day 1 and day 2, if you're going to commit all this time to listening to me yap on about how to use the tool, commit that time to yourself as well to actually use the tool. Okay, so I can teach you the greatest tricks in the world, but if you don't actually utilize them, then it's useless. Okay, so make sure that you are taking the time to apply this. Okay, also, if you guys have not yet, if for some reason you came to a Nepeto workshop and you're on day 3 and you still haven't actually gotten Nepeto, everyone who came to the workshop, we have an exclusive coupon here. It's actually even better than the Black Friday deal when you use our coupon on top of it. But yeah, utilize that. That'll get you a free trial as well, so you can actually try this out with me and see what you can find. Okay, so our goal here is so that everyone can make and find $1,000 of profit while they're doing this. Okay, all right. So let me see. I see people funneling in. Yeah, let me know if you can, if you're here, if you've started to use Nepeto, if you've had any issues or anything like that. I'm happy to help answer questions. If you had like a search that was a little bit funky or something like that, I'm here. We've got one of the owners of Nepetos coming in today as well to show us a little bit more advanced stuff. And I'm sure he's also happy to answer questions as well. Wendy in chat asked about what time I'll be sourcing tomorrow. So I talked about doing an Amazon to Amazon flipping Cyber Monday lead list for people. I did this back on Prime Day. We ended up, I think there was like 70 leads or something that I ended up sending out to people, all profitable products. So I'm willing to do that. If I do it, it'll be 2 chunks. I'll do one at 8 in the morning and then one at 8 in the evening. But I need a minimum of 10 people to actually sign up. So if you sign up and we don't hit the 10-person minimum, then I'll refund everybody and I won't do it. But it's only going to be worth my time if I actually have a number of people coming. If not, I'm just going to be sourcing for myself tomorrow. All right. Wendy found 4 items last night. I love it. Sweet. Brian used the live sourcing to source some new items for Cyber Monday. Found great items. Sweet. Love to hear it. P. Villiers. Found 3 items within the last few days. Awesome. I love it. Is there an add to Amazon function from the extension? It kind of depends on what do you mean by add to like list it right then and there. Usually you would use a listing software later on. Add to Amazon function. Or do you mean like for ungating? Is that what you're trying to do? Yeah. What would the A to A list cost? Let me see. So I put it up on the site real fast. I'm trying to remember what I priced it as. I think usually for these like 1-day lists, it's usually about $50, give or take. But I can try to find that for you real fast, Lori. So I did this last Prime Day, and we crushed it. I had so much good feedback that I wanted to offer something similar again, where it's just Amazon to Amazon flips, and it's in real time. So you would all get a list from me, and I would be adding to it in real time. All right, let me check here. Yeah, 47. Okay, so if you guys are interested in that, here I'll let me post a link here for you. If you are interested in that, there's a little bit more information. Boom, right there. Okay. All right, but I need a minimum of 10 people to get into that to actually make it worth my time. If I don't hit that, I'll just refund everybody. All right, so let me see. I've just seen it. Not magically gated in Sephora. Sweet. Other extensions like Seller Amp have an add to Amazon, so you can add to your catalog from the extension. But I need you to define what you mean. Like you're listing it from there, because plenty of tools have buttons that do things that you're never actually going to use, because you will be using either Inventory Lab or Seller Amp to actually list things. If you don't have a listing software, then you should not be paying for an on-screen calculator like Seller Amp. That's you need a listing software, because those listing softwares are also your record-keeping softwares. You don't need to speed up the time at which it takes you to calculate something, because you're fundamentally lacking information that a listing software provides. Listing softwares don't speed up a process. They give you the record-keeping software that you need, as well as a couple of listing capabilities where you can get a lower amount of splits going on. So yeah, I believe it has a button where you can go to Amazon, but that's not really something that most people are going to be clicking, because you should be using a listing software to list things. Let me see. But is it not an option? Right. Yeah. So the live sourcing, I don't believe, has the mismatch option. It's not limited to 10. It's at least 10. And they're A to A flips only. So I didn't limit this in the past. Last time, I think we had 50, 60 people. Not a single person like canceled or anything like that because of oversaturation. And the thing is, it's different than an OA order, where I'm not saying like go to Kohl's and everyone get this, and then 50 people all go to Kohl's and get it. It's real time Amazon to Amazon flips. So like you need to be logging on at the same time as me, and you will see me in real time adding to the list. And A to A flips, good ones, especially on Cyber Monday, usually only last like 30 minutes to an hour. Okay, so the people who come later, they'll kind of get the scraps of what's left over. The people who are coming in real time, the competition is very minimal for Amazon to Amazon flips. Let me see. Do I have any tips for the live search? Pick a website that has some good coupons or some good cash backs that are not listed in the price. So what I mean by that, let's just compare 2 websites. Let's say you have, now I don't know if this is actually going on right now, but let's say you have Home Depot, and let's say you have Macy's. And Home Depot right now has no coupons, and the cash back from like Rakuten is say 1%, okay? So you've got that website. And then you have Macy's, where there is like a 20% off of if you spend $100 or more, and Rakuten has 15% cash back. Okay, so you can do the live search on both of those. but it's going to be more effective for the Macy's side of things because you can add in that coupon and find a lot of stuff that the automatic scraper is going to miss because the automatic scraper is not pulling in cash backs and coupons, things like that, as uh, regularly, I guess. I mean, it'll pull in some stuff, but not everything. Okay, so if you can add in some of those human elements, that's my recommendation. So start with a live search there, and then roll with it. I used the I bought it. Yeah. There's an I bought it button down there. Does seller board do that? Yeah. Seller board is another one. Seller board is more for like the record keeping rather than the listing. So most people use that to like run their finances. I'm not 100% sure if you can do your listing through that. Most people who use seller board also use scan power. It's sort of you sort of get both. Like if you have one, you probably should be getting the other one. So if you have seller board, you should probably also get scan power. If you have scan power, you should probably also get seller board. And together, they do what Inventory Lab does. They do it better when you do it together, but it's like a 2-for-1 deal. Inventory Lab is sort of a jack of all trades. These two are a master of their trade, but you need both to sort of get the full rounded picture. If that makes sense, Lori. And if you want coupons to anything, just shoot me a message on Facebook. I've got coupons to pretty much any tool that you can think of. Let me see. How do you apply filters? So it's right in the little it's same option. So the live search will find every product. It's not looking for profitable products. It's just looking for products that exist. And then from there, then you can filter down by ROI, filter it by price, filter by whatever you want. It's just in that little top bar. So don't think of the live search as finding profitable product. It's just finding all of the matches. And then from there, you tell it, I only want to see the data that fits these parameters. So that's how you do it. The master search we are going to be getting into today. So we're going to be diving into that, and you'll learn some really cool tricks there. I'm here watching the Lego deals as well. Awesome. Okay, so we have Ito here from Nepeto. He's one of the guys behind the scenes who makes Nepeto what it is. So we are bringing him in. He's going to be showing us how to do the master search here with Nepeto. And then we're also going to be doing a giveaway. Now, in order to qualify for this giveaway, you have to actually be signed up for this like class. This is a free class, but you do need to be one of the names on my list because I'm pulling it from the students of the class. So if you're just here like watching on YouTube, like you happen to see a link for this somewhere and you're jumping in, that's great. Sign up. Again, the class is completely free. You just need to be signed up for it on our website so that your name is added to my list of names if you want to be in this giveaway. And he is giving away a lifetime membership to Nepeto for free. Which is pretty crazy. And I will also throw in a couple free classes as well. I was going to throw in my Coles class. Maybe I'll throw in another one. We'll see. We'll see how crazy we're getting. All right. So without any further ado, here is Ito from Nepeto. All right. What's up, man?
Hi, what's up, brother? Thank you very much for having me today.
Awesome. All right. So yeah, you want to take us through and show us how this master search works, sort of like how it works, why someone would want to do it, and all of that.
Yeah, sure, I'd love that. Let me share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes. Now we can. All right. I'll turn my video off. I'll let you take it away, man.
Thank you, brother. All right, so today we are going to use the master search to find some leads together. So in the past 2 days, I've been here and we see amazing stuff and how Nate found products. It was amazing. And he used the online arbitrage retailers. He showed you the Amazon to Amazon flips. Also, he used the live search. And now today, I want to show you the Nepeto master search. So the Nepeto master search allows you to find products in Nepeto using KPF, using Keeper Product Finder. So I'm gonna show you the first step. The first step is actually going into Keeper Product Finder, set your filters, and then you get a result and a list of results. And instead of sourcing them manually, you're going to upload the ASIN list to Nepeto. And Nepeto will tell you where you can buy those asins from. So it will save you all the manual work, and in matter of seconds, you will know where you can find those asins from. Now, before I go ahead and just do a search, I want to show you how powerful is the Keepa product finder and how specific you can be once you figure out what method you want to use. So before we start with the Nepeto master search, I want to find a specific Keepa chart that I can explain you the method that we are going to search today. So I'm going to the out of stock section because sometimes it appears there, but I just want to get a Keepa chart. Let me see an example. There you go, in page 1. Let me see if we have another example so I can show you 2 examples instead of 1. And after I will show you, I will go to the question. If you want to ask any question about the method, about the master search, I'm here to help you with anything. There we go, another example. Okay, so the method that we are going to use today, it's named above the buy box. So the method goes this way. We are going to search for asins that usually Amazon sell them. As you can see, usually Amazon sell them, but Amazon can't keep up with the sales velocity. Amazon can't keep up with the inventory. So you will see Amazon goes in stock and out of stock, in stock and out of stock. Like here, as you can see, Amazon is in stock, then out of stock, in stock, out of stock, in stock, out of stock, and such. With this method, we are not going to be afraid to compete with Amazon or something like that. We are going to sell this item and we are going to get our sales in these gaps. So whenever Amazon is out of stock, we will be able to sell the product. And not only that we are going to sell the product in the gaps, we are going to sell it for a higher price. This is why the name is above the buy box. And here is an example how it's supposed to look like. As you can see, Amazon is in and out, and here you can see the blue line selling it above the buy box whenever Amazon is out of stock. This is the above the buy box method. Again, we are going to search for asins that Amazon always getting in stock and out of stock, and we are going to sell it in the gaps for a higher price. Someone wants to ask any question about the above the buy box? Right, so let's dive into it. And if you have any question, as I said, I'm here to help you. So let's get into the Keepa product finder, and we are going to set the next filters. The first filter will be a sales rank. The sales rank, I want it to be top 50,000. I want to make sure that the product is selling fast. And the reason that Amazon can't keep up with the inventory and with the fast sales velocity is because the product is selling fast. So I will set the sales rank to be top 50,000. And in addition to that, I will also like to set the sales rank drops to be at least 20. With a combination of these minimum sales rank drops and with the maximum sales rank, I know that the product is selling fast. Now, to get a chance to see above the buy box opportunities, I will set the next filter, Amazon out of stock count. This is the number of times that Amazon went out of stock in the recent, let's say, 30 days. I want that Amazon will go out of stock at least 3 times in the last 30 days. So if you combine these two filters, the fast selling and Amazon getting out of stock 3 times in 30 days, there will be opportunity to do above the buy box because Amazon getting out of stock due to the fast sales velocity. Now we have 114,000 products that we can do above the buy box on them. Kiva Product Finder only allows us to export 5,000 asins at a time. So you can export 5,000 and then 5,000 and such, but let's have fun today. Let's filter it even more. Nate, would you like to choose a category for today?
Yeah, how about let's see. Let's do toys. We're going in with like Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Let's look for some toys.
Let's go. We have 4,000 toys. I will show the active filter so you can see everything. We will search for toys that the sales rank is top 50,000, the sales rank drops is at least 20, and Amazon went out of stock at least 3 times in the past 30 days. We have 4,008 products like this. Let Nepeto tell us where we can buy those from. So we will click on the find products right here. Then we will go to rows and we will choose 5,000 rows. So it will export as much as we can. Now we need an elevator music or someone to sing, but it will take a few seconds. And there we go. After it loads, you will need to go to export, choose only ACs to a CSV, then you need to click on export. This was step number 1. Now I need to go to Nepeto. I will go to Nepeto master search, and then in the step number 2, I will upload the file that we just exported, keep by export. And see how amazing is this. In matter of seconds, Nepeto is going to scan this CSV file with a list of asins, and Nepeto will tell us where we can buy those from. On the top, we have all the filters that we have across Nepeto, and then we have the list of deals. Personally, I don't like to set filters right ahead, because sometimes if, let's say, I want a 50% ROI, and it's written here that I have 20% ROI, it may be 50% ROI, and I will show you why. So if you filter them before you start looking at the data, you may miss some good leads. Let's go back. You see we have Target, we have Kroger, we have many great suppliers. Let's start. Let's look at the results. So the way I source for above the buy box is this way. First of all, I'm looking at the Keepa chart. I want to see that I see the pattern. This is the first check in my checklist. And I see the pattern. Amazon is in and out. Someone else selling it for a higher price. This is the first check. The second check is go to the monthly sales. If the monthly sales are green, that means that it's verified by Amazon. This is the 100 plus sold past month. So it's verified by Amazon and it's variation estimation. This is from Keep, the 100 plus. Awesome, so it's verified. So I know that exactly 100 plus sales a month. And I would like to see if I'm not gated. I think the user that I'm connected here in this computer is a new user. It's one of our team members. So you may see some gated, but anyways, this is the 3 checks that I will see. Of course, I would like to see that the offer counts not going up like this and such, but these are the first 3 checklists that I will do. After this, I will check what is my competition. As you can see here, we have a lot of FBM sellers and then one FBA seller here. So that means that if I would like, I can make more than 32% ROI. It's not that good for this time of the year because we need to get in fast into this listing and sell it. But I just speaking in general that if you see a list of FBM sellers, for example, the lowest FBM sells it for 24, you don't have to sell it at 24 if you are going to do FBA. So for example, I can sell it for a couple bucks more if I will go with FBA, because when customers go on Amazon.com and they will see a faster shipping, they will be okay with pay a few bucks more. It doesn't mean that you will get all the sales, but you will get some sales. So if it says 100 plus in the monthly sales verified, and you're going to buy 5 units, 6 units, you can go as FBA and sell it for more money. People will buy from you, and you will be able to sell those 5 units out of 100, even if you sell it for a higher price. So this is a great example where you can go above the buy box, and you can even sell it for more than the lowest price, because you can jump in as an FBA and even sell it for a few bucks more, and you can get approximately 50% ROI out of this deal. You can also see that in the past, in the beginning of November, before all the holidays, it was sold for 40 bucks. So if you're going to buy it now at 10 bucks, you will be able at the near future to sell it also at 40 eventually. So this is a great example. Usually when I like to do above the buy box, I'm I can do FBM, but I find a lot of FBA opportunities. So it's not as the best way to do now in this time of the year, but I want to show you how powerful is the Keepa product finder using the master search. Here you can see the perfect above the buy box chart, and usually Amazon sells that for $12 and it was sold in 27. The offer count goes down. You can see that the verified monthly sales is 1,000 plus. You can also see that all the competition are FBM seller. In my opinion, this is a great opportunity that you can jump in as FBA, and you can sell it even more than 26, as I showed before. But the ROI is a little low. So if you're not gonna sell it for 28 and such, it's a no-go. Let me show you from other supplier. Let's see what we have here. We have AGP, Kohl's, Macy's. Let's start see some Kohl's here. This is not the above the buy box opportunity. It doesn't mean that it's not a good lead, but I just want to show you how powerful it is that I can find so many above the buy box. Here you can see that Amazon is in and out, but it's not the perfect above the buy box opportunity. Also, by the way, do you see this huge drop here? So it may be an IP complaint. And here we notice that we noticed an IP issue. So always check this row because we search across the timeline and we look for an immediate drop for you to watch out, and we let you know here. As well, if I will scroll down to the past, you can see here at the beginning an immediate drop. So this is why we also alert you. By the way, this is another above the buy box chart. Let's see what we have here. So here you can see that in the last few days you can do above the buy box, but Amazon usually controls the buy box. You can jump into this listing, but it's not the above the buy box, so I will skip this as well. As you can see, every ASIN here has the parameters that I checked. It always Amazon goes out of stock 3 times in the last month. The sales are very high, and I'm in the toys category. So it made my sourcing so easy. Now I just need to decide what I want to buy from the results. It saves a lot of time, a lot of manual sourcing. Here you can see the above the buy box pattern right here. You see that there are 20,000 plus sales a month verified. FBM, 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 FBM sellers. And currently it's selling for around the 47.50. If you go as FBA, you can sell it for a bit more, but it's not too much ROI. So I will skip this one. Let's see in Macy's. We have 55% ROI before checking anything. You can see that Amazon is out of stock recently, probably because of the holidays. I can buy it for $10, 3,000 sales a month. Everyone sells out. It's even great for FBM if you want to sell it right away and get this 55% ROI. If you are ungated on this print, I am ungated. You can see that the lowest FBM seller sells it for 25. Then you have an FBA seller for 25. So that means that you will be able to sell it at 25 and everyone sells out. It can be an awesome lead as well. Let me show you a little bit more ahead. As you can see, we have, let's see how many pages? 22 pages of leads that we just tell you where you can buy them from. You give us the ASIN list and we tell you where you can buy those ASINs from. By the way, you can upload any ASIN list. In the master search, we show you an example of how you can do it with Keepa Product Finder, but actually you can do it with any ASIN list that you like. You can upload anything, and we will tell you where you can buy them from. My recommendation is to always upload a couple of thousand, because we don't have all the ASINs that exist on Amazon in our database. We have hundreds of thousands, but in Amazon we have more than billion. So just upload at least few thousand so we can show you nice leads from them. This is a great example. Here you can see the above the buy box opportunity. Amazon sells for almost $10. Somebody sold in the past for 27. There is 100 sales a month. And you're gonna buy it for 10, you're gonna sell it for 27 when Amazon will go out of stock again. Let's check some more parameters. So currently Amazon is selling it for 10, but as you can see in the past, Amazon always getting out of stock. So that means that soon Amazon will go out of stock again, and you will be able to replace them and sell it for a higher price. So if my buy cost is $9.99 and I'm gonna sell it for 27 as I see here, because currently there is no one beside Amazon, I will be able to get $4 profit, 45% ROI, which is great. And I can do FBA, FBM, whatever you want. This calculation is by using FBA. This is a great example of the above the buy box that you can jump into this listing, wait until Amazon goes out of stock, and sell it immediately. Now I want to add something really interesting. So Nate showed you and taught you Amazon to Amazon flips. And if you will combine the Amazon to Amazon flips with this method, with above the buy box, you can do some really interesting stuff. So let's say that I'm selling it at 27, and then Amazon goes back in stock. So instead of waiting until Amazon will go out of stock again, and then I will be able to sell it again for 27, you can buy out Amazon the moment they go in stock at $9.49. You're gonna buy out Amazon. Amazon will go out of stock because you just bought all their inventory, and you're going to flip it. So you are going to be the seller again because Amazon went out of stock because you just bought them out, and you're going to resell their units at your price. So if I'm gonna buy it for $9.49, I'm gonna get even more ROI. And every time that Amazon will go back in stock, because as you can see, they come in stock once in a while, you will buy them out again and again. This method named infinite tripling. We named it infinite tripling because Amazon always gives you more inventory to sell. So this is a great method and shows you how creative you can be in the Amazon space. So you can take the Amazon to Amazon flips, you can take the above the buy box, and you can merge them into the infinite tripling. So I can just open more leads, for example, from Walmart. I can open another one from Walmart, and we can search for another above the buy box. This is another opportunity for us to jump into this listing immediately because Amazon is out of stock. It's 22,000. It's at 20,000 plus sales a month verified. I can buy it for 24, which is Amazon's price. But again, in the above the buy box, I can sell it for much higher. Sometimes I saw that sellers sell it for multiple 3 and even sometimes multiple 4 than Amazon's price. You cannot immediately list it for 50, 60, 70 bucks, but you can do it slowly. For example, you can start with 35, then 40, and 45, and then you can get. You can also look at the history and maybe someone sold it for a higher price before. As you can see in this example, Amazon sold it once at 10 bucks. They are selling it for 27, 26, something like that. Another example, this is the above the buy box. Amazon sell it for 13, 14. Here they sell it for 34. And then you see that Amazon in and out all the time. They can't keep up. There are 50 plus sales a month verified by Amazon. You're gonna buy it for 22, and then you can slowly raise the price until you make a good profit, because you can see that no one is selling it correctly. This is another above the buy box that in the past it was sold for 40. And this is what I want to show you. How powerful is the master search? Because you can define exactly what scenario you want to search. And then you can just find it easily. You can buy it for 12. Someone sold it in the past for 27. Now Amazon is out of stock and it's the above the buy box pattern. You can even go more in depth with it. You can say, for example, I want that currently no one is selling it. You can set it on the Keepa product finder. You can decide whatever you want. You can say, I wanted that the price increasing, the price decreasing. You can decide anything. This is how powerful the Keepa product finder. And using the Nepeto master search, you can find where you can buy them from. This is another great example. Buy for 10, less price was 20. You can sell it for higher because it's out of stock currently. And we have 20 plus pages to just search for our leads in seconds. Someone wants to ask me any question about the above the buy box, the infinite triplan, the master search.
Awesome. Here, let me I'll turn your screen share off. Okay, yeah, we've had a couple questions. I've tried to answer them as best as I know, but I'll run them by you as well. Yeah, someone's are your guys' minds being blown when you're like, oh man, you can really see like how you can stack these tools on top of each other. I love seeing people like, oh, I Nepeto's okay, but I'm just gonna use Keepa instead. Like it's not a this or that. Use them together. They work multiplicatively. Keepa is great at what it does, and what it can't do, Nepeto does. So yeah, I love combining these.
Exactly.
All right, let me scroll up a little ways. Okay, this wasn't about specifically about what you did, but how does the hide feature work? And are there deals that are not showing because users are hiding everything?
So the hide feature initially we made it because people were afraid that the deals will get saturated. So once Nepeto went out, we had the hide feature that once you click on them, it will hide the feature from others. Now the mechanism works a little bit different. You need a couple of sellers to hide it together, so it will not be too much sellers and will not be too little sellers. So once you have, I think we set it to 6. So once we have 6 sellers hiding this, hiding the asyn, it will be hidden. So this is it. You just hide the product using your credit, and it will be hidden once it reaches to 6.
Yeah, and you notice like so it takes a credit. It's like a separate. You can't just everything you see. You can't just click hide because it will cost you money for everyone that you hide. If someone wants to spend like $10,000 a month to try to hide everything that they find, sure, but that's not cost effective. Um, I think I've only hid one thing ever. I've been using this for I don't know. I think I'm on 4 or 5 months now with Nepeto. And I think I've only hid one product ever in all that time, and it was something that was replenishable. But a regular lead, like you don't need to hide that. And I like we've been showing you guys. I showed you yesterday and then the day before, like just how fast and easy it is to find stuff. So when folks come in, it's like, oh, everyone hides the good deals. I don't know what deals are being hidden because I'm finding great deals that are unhidden. So I don't I don't know. I don't feel like that's the case. And I actually really like the feature because if something is crazy, then I do like that I can pay a little bit of extra money to sort of take my potential replan or something like that off the table.
And,
Let me
and by
see.
the way, using the live search, you will see everything. So in the
Mm,
live search, the hide does not apply in the live search.
interesting. Okay. Yeah, yeah. That's a good point to make. All right, this is another good question. So you took a CSV file from Keepa and you uploaded that into the master search. Can you use other tools? Can you download? So like this person's talking about Tactical Expander, or if they have a list of ASINs from anywhere else, maybe even like a list of replens that they have in a folder somewhere, or a wholesale list, anything like that. Are they able to upload that into the master search as well?
Yes, you can upload as much files as you want from anywhere. Just make sure that it's a CSV file with the header asyn with all capital letters and then the list of asins.
Awesome. Yeah, and then it just compares, it just finds all of the data about those and sees if it can find it anywhere else on the internet.
Exactly.
I love it. Let me see. A couple people were saying they emailed about like getting the extension. So maybe if someone after the call, maybe if someone on your team can check through that. This was a Vu Tran said that they emailed. Cheryl says her mind's getting blown. I love it. And yeah, these are all obviously we're live right now. We're taking questions, but these are also replays that are available. If you're watching the replay later on, awesome, welcome. Or maybe you're rewatching this, awesome. But yeah, feel free to come back. This is free. This is your resource to use and learn as you like. I'm trying to help people make money. That's why we started Hustle Buddies. I just want to help people make more money and quit their day jobs and spend more time with their family and kids. That's why I started selling on Amazon. Oh, someone mentioned, and I talked about this in chat. They downloaded the CSV file and they said it used like 20% of their Keepa tokens. Your Keepa tokens refresh, I think it's every 5 minutes, maybe every 1 minute. They refresh very, very quickly. So that's actually the number that you see at the top right of your Keepa chart. That's not the daily issue. That's like right now. And if you use all of it, I think it refills, I think it takes like an hour or two to go from 0% all the way to 100%. Don't quote me on that, but you get a lot more than what you think. Let me see. Someone was asking if like the bottom of the master search, it says page one, but it doesn't say like how many pages there are. I tackled that question why I thought that that was the case, but I don't know if Ito, if you had anything to add for that. I basically said like there's just so many results. Like you said in a text message to us like there's like 80,000 products that you're finding every single day. So, and if a page only shows, I want to say it's like 30 or 50 per page, you're basically infinitely scrolling through the pages at that point. I don't know. That was the answer that I gave, but if that's wrong, feel free to correct me.
So we had a page number in the past, and then we took it off because, as Nate said, our database is constantly changing. So it can show you now, for example, 60 pages, and then in the next second it can be 61, and then it's very dynamic. So if we will say page number, it can be wrong. So we don't want to give you wrong information. So you just click next page, and once you see no products, it means that it got to the end. But you can refresh, and it will update for you.
Awesome. Oh, why did you say not to sort the results that you were getting?
The reason for that is, for example, if you set ROI to be a minimum of 30%, it doesn't mean that stuff that shows currently 25% are not gonna be more than 30%. For example, for the above the buy box, if Amazon sells, for example, for $10, you will be able to sell it for 20 if you see the Keepa chart and read it correctly. So if you're gonna set the ROI to be something, it will filter them out, those opportunities.
Awesome. Love it. Yeah, and if you guys someone just said they recommended Nepeto to a friend, feel free. You're welcome to like share my coupon because it's as far as I know, it's as good as it gets out there. I think it gets people 50% off for coming to this workshop. But yeah, it's this is just such a great tool. It's I don't promote things just to promote things. Like we get in not like arguments, but when people are like, "Oh, Nate, like you're just like shilling out this new tool or whatever." But in reality, like I can promote any tool that I want. I don't have to promote Nepeto. Nepeto's not like paying me something that other people wouldn't pay. Like I get the same affiliate no matter who I talk about. And so because of that, I can kind of choose like, okay, what am I actually using in my normal life, and what do I like talking about? So that's yeah, Nepeto's just been game changing for me. So yeah, that's why Golden Mark said he's recommending it to a friend. I'm recommending it to all of my friends. You guys are all of my friends. This is where I spend all my day. Let me see. Oh yeah, Tracy said it's great at scanning wholesale lists. Awesome, I love it. Coffee break. Can you show how to use the save filter in the advanced settings area?
Yeah, sure. You want me to show it, Nate, or you want to show in your
Yeah,
system?
yeah. If you want to pull up the like the advanced search area and maybe like why someone would want to use the advanced filters. So let me know when if you pull it up on your end, then I can pull your screen back on.
Yeah, it's live. I'm already on
Oh,
the page.
let's see. There we go.
Awesome. So currently it's the master search. It also exists on the retail and such. But let's say that you're searching for a specific criteria. Maybe you want to search for lists for ASINs that on a specific category, maybe a specific seller count on FBA or FBM, and you have some filter sets. So we give you an option to save 7 different filter sets. And once you click on save, it will save it for you. So if you go back to Nepeto, you can just click on load filters, and it will load all the filter set that you set. Right here, as you can see, everything now is calculated, and it shows me results for my first filter set. You have 7 different filter set that you can set. Soon we will add a tag name that you can add for each one of them instead of just numbers. You will have an option to tag name.
I like
But
that.
anyway, this is the save filters.
Awesome. All right. Here, let me pull this off now. All right. SS on YouTube says for live search, does it scrape all of the pages for results? For example, on Walgreens, I've got a link that's got 12 or more pages. And does it scan all 12 of those pages? They said sometimes it looks like it stops at page 2.
So it's supposed to go from page 1 to page 2 to page 3, everything automatically and scan everything. if you see that it finished before it ends, so first of all, try to rerun, and if it happens again, just send us a message. We are available all the time, and we will fix it ASAP for you. Just send us the link that you set.
Yep. Love it. All right, this is a good one. When is it coming to Canada, man? I've been asked this so many times.
We are working on marketplaces these days, and I don't have a date yet, but we are working on it.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear that you guys are working on that, and that's on your horizon. Sweet. Can you use like that load filters button for the live searches as well, or no?
I think we have it there, but if not, just let us know when we will add it, if we forgot to add the load filters. But it's supposed to be there. We have it everywhere.
Okay. All right. Any other, let me clear out filters if you want to do, you just save it over top SS. So you just set your filters again and then click save over number one. So that would be how you like clear out number one, for example. So yeah. All right. Any other questions while we have Ido here? If not, I've still got a little bit of time. We've got someone watching the kids today. So I'm happy to jump back on. We haven't quite hit the $1,000 mark for myself because I've been talking so much instead of sourcing. But yeah, I'm happy to jump back on and try to find some stuff. We also have to do the giveaway as well. Vu, where can we reach out to you? Email or Facebook?
Anyway, I'm available on Facebook. You can just shoot me a DM. And in email, if you want that I will specifically see it, just say in the title to Ido, and I will see it.
Awesome. Yep. Sweet. Okay, let's switch gears a little bit. Let's get in on this giveaway. Okay, so again, guys, if you missed it at the very beginning, in order to be added to my big like wheel of names giveaway thing, you have to have signed up for this workshop like as a class. Okay, it's completely free. I'm not trying to charge you anything, but in order to get your name pulled into this wheel, you have to be a part of that. So if you have not yet done that, you have about 20 seconds to do so before I pull those names and add them into my big wheel of names. So we're going to be giving away a couple things. So Ido, you guys are giving away a lifetime membership. Is that right?
Correct.
That's crazy. Okay. So yeah, can I add my own name to this list? No, I'm kidding. So yeah, that's awesome. So they're going to give away a lifetime of that. I'm willing to throw in, I was going to do my Kohl's class, but then I thought you guys are giving away a year. I didn't know it was a lifetime. That's pretty crazy. So I'll throw in my my grocery class as well. Yeah, so we'll do two like that. So I'm giving away my Kohl's class, my grocery flipping class, and then Ido is giving away their a lifetime membership to Nepeto. Okay, so we'll do that, and then I'll come back for some questions. We'll probably let Ido go so he can go hang out with his family here this holiday weekend, and we will continue finding some stuff together. Okay. All right. Hopefully by now you guys have gotten your names into this thing and signed up. I'm gonna pull up my wheel of names. I'll share my screen here. Let me see. Share screen. All right, so this is our wheel of names. I'll take this off so we can see a little bit better. This is my wheel of names. There's 235 people who came to this free workshop this weekend. So, yeah, we'll do the first one for, I'll do my two first because I feel like theirs is sort of the grand prize. So this first one is going to be for my Kohl's Flipping Masterclass. If you already have it, feel free to gift it to a friend. All right, let's see who gets it. All right, Greg B. If you marked Greg B as your name on our website, reach out to me on Facebook. Just shoot me a Facebook message and say, hey, I'm Greg B. I won the Kohl's class. Okay, just make sure you reach out to me and mention winning the Kohl's class. Okay? All right, congrats, Greg. We're going to do one more. This is for our grocery flipping class here. Cheryl, I think Cheryl's here. She was saying she got her mind blown. All right, congrats, Cheryl. You get our grocery flipping class. All right. Now, the final grand prize. This is for Ido.
We need some.
If we got the drum roll sounds.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. This is anyone who signed up for this workshop on our website. Their name is in this list. Let's roll it. All right. Lifetime
Let's
membership
go.
to Nepeto.
And the winner is.
Brian.
That's Brian.
I think he's just talking here in chat too. Brian
Yeah.
McCulloch. All right. Congratulations, Brian. You get a lifetime membership to Nepeto. That's pretty freaking awesome. All right.
Congrats,
So
Brian.
yeah, reach out to Ito, reach out to them, and they'll work out the details. So yeah, and I can send them. I can send you guys the email attached to that as well. So awesome. All right. Ito, we appreciate you coming out, man. This was great. Let me just double check real fast, make sure there weren't any other questions for you before I let you run. Let me see. Okay, we got the save filters. We got that. Yeah, Nepeto also has a Facebook group, so make sure to join their Facebook group. There's lots of good questions and conversations going on in there, and a Discord. I don't use Discord a whole lot, but if you're a person who likes Discord, hop onto their Discord. Let's see, what time tomorrow is the A to A class? Eastern Standard Time, EST, the established superior time. So 8 a.m. for one and then 8 p.m. for the other. When you sign up, you get both, but I'm only expecting people to show up for one of those. Okay? And we can talk about that more in a second here, Cheryl. All right. When is the next class? Well, this was just a free weekend workshop we were doing for this. I run classes. I have a number of classes already on our website. If you go to hustlebuddiesofficial.com, we've got a bunch of things like we have a replen class, how to find replens. We've got Cole's class. If you want just sourcing, just straight, let me just teach me everything you know about sourcing, about once a quarter. So every 3 or 4 months, we will do a sourcing camp. We've had Nepeto come out to those as well. We've done a number of sessions about Nepeto, but also lots of other ways and styles of sourcing as well. So if you're interested in that, we'll have one coming up probably in February. It's probably going to be the next one. But yeah, hustlebuddiesofficial.com is our website where you can find all of that. You probably have an affiliate. You don't want to. Let's see. I don't see where to enroll. Give us a chance to sign up. Yeah, I was assuming everyone here had already signed up for the class, so I do apologize. And I said at the beginning of the video that you had to jump in there. So sorry about that, Molly. Let me see. Awesome. Sweet. Yeah, Brian's like, no way. That's crazy. Sweet. Okay. I'll let Ito, I appreciate you coming out, man. I appreciate your time. For the rest of us, we'll keep diving in, and I'll pull up Nepeto again, and let's see if we can get to $1,000 of profit on our list just for ourselves. Okay, so Ito, thank you so much, man. I appreciate your time.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, man.
Questions for him, shoot him a message, all right? See you, man. Thank you. Okay. All right, let's dive back in. Let me see. Yeah, Sourcing Camp was amazing. I second it. I third it. What is Sourcing Camp? Sourcing Camp is it's the biggest virtual Amazon conference about sourcing. There's a lot of Amazon conferences that go down. Some of them are good. Some of them are really just money grabs. You can just skip them all together. Sourcing Camp was me thinking okay, what's the most important thing to an Amazon seller? Not what do people want, but what is the most important thing? Oftentimes people want that sort of hoorah, yeah, let me just get pumped up. Let me go to this big conference in XYZ city, like New York or Los Angeles, Miami, whatever it is. And you just get really pumped up, but you don't really learn anything. Sourcing Camp is we don't pull in gurus. We don't pull people who just talk the talk and they're not walking the walk. Everyone that we have is last time I think we only actually had one 6-figure seller, maybe 2. Everyone else were 7- and 8-figure sellers. They all come in and they just source for us. They show us live, in real time, here's how my sourcing day looks like, and this is what they do. And they walk us through, here's websites that I go to, here's the tools that I use. And everyone sources differently. I say this all the time. There is a million ways to make $1,000,000 on Amazon. So yeah, we bring a bunch of people in. It usually ends up being about 50 to 60 hours of video content of seeing people source and hearing how they source and watching them source. Like you get to watch over their shoulders while they're also explaining what they're doing. So incredibly valuable. We've done, I think we're on sourcing camp number 7 now. And it's funny, almost everybody is a repeat camper. I think last time I checked, I think it was like 72% of all campers had come to more than one sourcing camp. So people go to it and then it blows their brain. They're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe like the caliber of this for the price of this. There's just nothing else anywhere close to it, especially if you've bought some other things where you've spent like thousands of dollars and you've gotten kind of crappy training. It's like, that's not what we're doing here. So yeah, if you guys are interested in that, you can shoot me a Facebook message. We have recordings from our past one for Q4. So I've got recordings and I'm happy to give you a coupon if you just shoot me a message on Facebook. So Nate Jackson, you can find us. If you're not a part of our Facebook group yet, join the Hustle Buddies Amazon Facebook group. And then you can find me. I'm the admin, obviously. Find me on there, add me as a friend, and then shoot me a message like, hey, I was just at your Nepeto workshop and you said to message you about a coupon for the sourcing camp replays. So I can send you coupons for this past replays, or I'll see you in February for the next sourcing camp. Okay? All right. Yeah, and I love, thank you, Brian. I appreciate it. There's a couple of the people here were camp counselors. So like Tracy over here, Ecom Boost, camp counselors. Yep, I love it. All right, let me open up. I'll close my list of, I've got all your names and your email. So I'm not gonna show everyone's email here on this live YouTube video. So let me close out of all this stuff. Open up Nepeto again. And let's see what we can find. Do you guys have any requests for between like the big online arbitrage retailers, like the big web scraping portion versus the live search versus A to A flips? I'll give you those 3 options. We just did a bunch of the master search stuff, so I'm going to skip that for now. But the other 3, do you guys have a preference which one we start looking for profit at? And then whatever we find from there, I will be adding to our master list of this weekend. So my goal here was to hit $1,000 of profit here, like on video with you guys. We're a little bit short. I haven't quite hit it yet, mostly because I've been talking this whole time and not sourcing. So I got to put in a little bit of time here today and find us some more stuff. So yeah, let me know what you guys want to see. Sweet. Do you mind explaining about the A to A Cyber Monday event? Oh, sure. So we did this on Prime Day. While you guys are answering my previous question, what style you want to see, I'll take a second to explain this. So on major events, so like Prime Day, I couldn't do it on Black Friday. We were busy doing this. Our Cyber Monday thing, I like to do these sort of like one-off Amazon to Amazon only lead lists. So it's not like a normal lead list where you sign up for a month and like every day you get like 5 or 10 leads or whatever it is. This is a singular day. It's just on a special day. So for this, it would be Cyber Monday tomorrow. The bonuses, yeah. Wait a second. What is that right here? Hang on. There we go. Sorry, I'm reading my back end stuff. Like, what did I write here? I'm trying to like, read my my own copy that I wrote here. But yeah, so we get people in, and I source for you guys. So I show you. I'll give you sort of an example. Actually, let me pull up my Prime Day one. Prime Day special. All right, and I'll share my screen here. So this is what it looked like on Prime Day. So this was like 2 months ago, I think. I sent everyone a link to this Google document, okay? And it doesn't matter now if you're seeing it because these are all dead leads by now because they're Amazon to Amazon flips. I sent everyone a lead to this document. So we had the day 1 and day 2 for Prime Day. And I told people, I'm guaranteeing you I will find you 30 leads during my time. I spend roughly 2 hours or until I find 30 leads. So if I find 30 leads in 1 hour, well, I'm spending a whole nother hour finding extra leads. So I told people I would guarantee them 30. Right here is 30. And you can see here on that first day, we actually ended up finding 43, okay? And then on the second day, same thing. I told people I'd find them 30. Right there is 30. And a little bit of writing there. Kept going, kept going, and kept going. So 50 and then a couple less. Let's take out a couple lines for writing and things like that. Found about 52 that second day, okay? So it's just a one-time thing. We get people in and they're posted in real time. So like when you get the link, just like this that we're doing here for the Nepeto workshop, if you're looking at this link right now, hi everybody, you will see me actually type that in real time. So you see that on your list. I don't do a video, I don't do teaching, because when I turn my video on, I start to talk. And when I start to talk, I stop finding leads and then everything slows down. The purpose of this is not training. The purpose of this is, do you want a bunch of Amazon to Amazon flips, but you either don't have time to find them or you aren't skilled enough to find them and you just want stuff to be found and curated and sent to you? Boom, here you go. I'm happy to do that for you. I'll take a nominal fee. So I think I'm charging 40 something, 47, I think, for this. So it's super cheap. I do need 10 people to sign up in order to do it. So if I don't hit my 10 person minimum, then I'll just refund everybody and move on because it's not worth my time. But if I can hit 10 people, then great, that's worth my time. And I'm happy to put that together. So that's a little bit about the Amazon to Amazon list that I will be doing tomorrow. It's just for the single day. It's a morning and an evening, so I will get on at 8 a.m. until 10 a.m. 2-hour chunk, I believe. Double check here. Oh, you know what? I didn't even write that there. I should write that on. Oh, yes, I did. So 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. and then 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Okay, guaranteeing that I will find 30 products that fit these criteria that are all Amazon to Amazon flips. So I'm guaranteeing a minimum of 30, and then if I find more, awesome. All right, hopefully that answered all those questions. All right, let's hop into our sourcing and see if we can do it. Jennifer says she's been to 4 camps. I love it. Let's see, under master, hard gated to my account. I don't know. That's a question for Edo. Yeah. What I would say, if you're doing a Keepa search, you can include excluded brands into that. So if you just have a list, like let's say Sephora, for example, like stuff that's like hard gated for you, make a list in, just make like a notepad or something and just start adding brands that you're hard gated. And then every time you do a Keepa search, just copy and paste that negative filter into your Keepa search. And then you'll never pull a brand that you're hard gated in. That's sort of my workaround. I don't know if they include the gated or ungated thing in that. How many people do the A to A list? Last time I didn't do a limit. We had, I think, like 60 people sign up. And because it's in real time, it's different than a normal list. And I'm a big proponent of like a normal list should not have more than like 20, 25 people on it. Because once it gets past that, it gets saturated. Amazon to Amazon flips are just so fundamentally different. 20 people cannot buy the same item. Like it's impossible for 20 people to get the same A to A flip item. So last time it was about 60 people who came. Half of them came on that first day. Half of them came for the second day. Everyone was happy. Everyone got stuff that they liked. If I start reaching those same, like if we start getting towards 60, 70 people, I'll put a cap on it, but I don't anticipate getting numbers that would need to be capped. I haven't advertised this at all. So I would be surprised if more than 20 people signed up for this, if I'm being honest, just because it's such like an afterthought. I've been too busy with kids and family, all this stuff this weekend, so I haven't advertised it. All right. Okay. Should we just be watching and buying as fast as you are? Yes. Yeah, so A to A flips, super fast. Actually, here, let me, we'll start with some A to A flips. We'll get some easy ones for you. Remember I said like this list is more just for our own kicks. Like you don't necessarily have to flip stuff. You probably shouldn't flip stuff from this. This is going to be sort of the exception to that because Amazon to Amazon flips, they go out of stock so fast. So if someone is watching the replay of this tomorrow, like this, for example, let me just look this up. So yesterday when we found this, we could find it for $82. Let's just see if this is still $82. My hunch is that it is not still $82 because that is the nature of A to A flips. DP slash, there we go. All right, this is now, let me see the price on this. It's not showing me a price yet. That's weird. I can buy it now, but they're not telling me the price. Wait for Nepeto to load here. Ooh, it is still 82. So that one from yesterday, not many people bought it. There's only 7 in stock here. I am shocked because Amazon only had 7, and I showed this to a bunch of people. These are still flippable, guys. This is a phenomenal lead. Yeah, but let's find a couple more. Okay, so Nepeto, A to A flips. If you're curious about sort of the how, I taught more of this yesterday. Basically, I'm looking for things that consistently are selling for a high price and for whatever reason today are selling for this low price, okay? I'm gonna exclude, you guys can't do perfumes. And you probably, let me do a minimum offer count of 2 because we'll see, this will narrow down some good stuff. Like I'm gonna skip a couple things that would be good flips, but this will eliminate almost 100% of the private label flips that you can't flip anyways. All right, and then let's put an ROI in here. Let's say 30%. Let's do a profit of, well, let's do $4. Let's be a little more picky since we're on a live video here. Okay, Ray-Bans, you probably can't sell Ray-Bans. 9 West, most of you can probably sell 9 West. That one looks decent. Usually it's going for about 75. Today it's 40. All right, that's interesting. Let's pull this out. Fuchsia pinks, that is a bold color for some shoes. That's a really, you would really need to know exactly what you want and get exactly that to be a person who's getting these shoes. Like the what is that? The Pink Hat Club, the pink hat ladies or whatever. There's like I don't even know what they stand for, what it is, but I know it's like some sort of nationwide club. All right, yeah, that's interesting. Amazon selling it. Yep, don't mind that because they'll pop back in price. So consistently, yeah, this is pretty consistently going for about 80. Sometimes it went up to 100. Sometimes it went down to about 70-ish. So let me do like, this is my expected return. Let me do a even like best case return. If we can get 90 for it, okay, sweet. And our worst case is if it pops down to that 69. Our worst case is it's 28% ROI. So my worst case scenario is I'm still making $10. I'm happy about that. So let's push that back up to 79. This is where I expect it to sell, is right about 79. So all in all, that's a good one. I'm going to add this to our sheet. Okay, now you should always, especially with clothing, you should look at the other variations because one lead can turn into multiple leads. So right now we're just looking at the pink size 5. Let's see if there are any other sizes that are also priced at $40. The red hat. Thank you, Tracy. Ooh, it looks like all of the pink ones are priced at 40. Very interesting. All right, the black ones they're on a little bit of a sale, like 59, but those are usually about 69-ish. Okay, every single pink one is on sale, and every single pink one is usually about 80. Yep. So you see, I'm hovering here. I see this one 99 and then 76. This one is 79 to 99. This one is 79 to 99. So every single pink option is currently on sale. There's not a whole lot of new offers on these. You're not competing with them. They have some reviews. Obviously, they're not selling as much as the more like normal colored blacks and things like that, but they are selling. We can see here they have reviews. So yeah, let's say if this were me personally shopping, I would probably get one of each of these, if I'm being honest. Let me run the numbers here. So if we buy it for 40, we sell it for 80. I'm just going to do this for the quick math. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 of these. So let's say you get one of every single size. Your total profit is 218. Okay. Let's be a little bit more conservative though, because I want to be as realistic as possible. Let's say there's a couple sizes that you just don't like. Like maybe you hate selling size 5.5 shoes because you're like, no one has feet that size. Okay. So let's just go with you picked, I don't know, 7 of these. All right. So 138. I'm good with that as like a reasonable calculation here. So we'll add 138 there. Brings our total up to 619, okay? And you're welcome to flip this. This is in real time. If people are watching the replays, it is unlikely that they would get it because there's only 3 in stock. As soon as it's out of stock, the price is going to change, okay? All right, so there's that first one. This next one, usually it looks like it's about 100. And today, 57. It's also a boot, which should do pretty well going into Christmas here. And January, February, when we've got this like cold work weather and people are looking for gifts like this, I can see this doing quite well. Ooh, and this is also interesting. You can actually get a further up to 10% discount if you're getting 5 units, or 9% discount if you're getting 5 units. So this is, I see this because I'm logged into my business account. You can see here, hello, Nate for Hustle Buddies. So this is my Amazon to Amazon business account that I've created, which you should all do the same. We'll run these numbers. Okay, so best case, worst case. Best case, it looks like 109. Worst case is about 93. Start with worst case here. All right, not great. 19% ROI, $10 profit. I wouldn't buy that if that was my best case. What's my best case? 109. 109 is 43%, $24. I do like that. Let me pull this out to maybe like a year or so. 93, 90. Look back here. Okay. 104. 104.95. I mean, this is right on the cusp. And it's a little bit higher ticket. If this is a lower ticket shoe, I'd probably say no. Or if this was like a women's dress shoe, I would probably say no. Women's dress shoes have the highest return rate by far for us. Men's work shoes have one of the lowest return rates for us. So, all right, this is interesting. Size extra wide. So yeah, the guys who are buying extra wide, they know that they want extra wide, even lower return rates usually on those. All right. I think I'm good with it. Let me check the variations. How many different options are there here? Ooh, basically all of them. Ooh, okay. And these are selling 100 plus, 50 plus, 200 plus. We're looking at the black one. This is the dark brown. That dark brown is crushing it. Interesting. For 99, this one especially. So this one almost always is going for 109. Today it's 57. I really like that. Actually, I'm just going to click on this one. Just the velocity on that is quite good. Oh, but you see now the price has gone up. So even within Keepa, like the prices are fluctuating so fast. Oh, and I forgot about this this discount. Okay. Let me incorporate that. That sweetens the deal up a little bit. Makes it a little bit better for me. Okay. So let's say that you get one. Maybe you pick one size and you buy 2 units in order to get that extra 5% discount. So I think it would be reasonable to say you could find 2 or 3 sizes and color variations that you like, and then get 2 of each of those, so you get a little bit of a discount. Let's see. I'm gonna try to refresh this so it opens up for us. All right, so we're gonna multiply this by 0.95. That's 5% off. So now we're at 54.1, and our sale price at 109. Good. All right. And let's say there's 3 sizes, and you buy 2 of each of those. So that would be 6. Total profit of 164 and some change. All right. Let me And there's plenty of other people selling this, so that shouldn't be any sort of like IP issue or anything for you. Let me post that there. And it was 160, right? No. Yeah, 164. All right, let me add that here. 164. Did we hit our target yet? Ooh, need a couple more. Need a couple more. Let me do one more Amazon to Amazon flip here. All right. I don't do a whole lot of sunglasses. I feel like most people are just hard gated. And a lot of that, Canon is probably pretty locked down for most of you. Wilson, you might be able to get ungated in. What kind of profit we looking? Whoa, what is that? A $300 baseball? I don't play baseball. Do people spend $300? I mean, I guess they do because I can see the Keepa chart and I see that it's selling for that. That is a lot of money to spend on a piece of leather that covers your hand. Interesting. All right. Yeah, it's definitely selling. A couple sellers on it. Today it's going for 79. And it actually, there was on sale back there for 149. Interesting. Does this happen on occasion? It does. I would set a Keepa alert for this. So I'm going to track this product. Anytime it goes under 180, or like the buy box is under 180, I would like to get an email for this. So start tracking for 2 years. So I'm going to do that right off the bat. Now let's run some numbers. $79.97 is our buy cost. And we can sell it for $299. That's good. There should be pretty low return rates on this. Yeah, that's Keepa looks good. No red flags here. No red flags here. In fact, this is a newer seller. They only have 9 ratings. So like, now granted, this is probably a brick and mortar store, Triple S Sports, especially since they're FBM. But what this is telling me is it shouldn't be impossible to get ungated in this for newer sellers. So let me copy this. I'll throw it here. And then let me just take a look. How many do I think I would buy as like a medium-sized seller? So this is selling quite a bit. I mean, basically every day, at least 30 sales a month, but probably less than 50 a month because we don't get that little notation from Amazon right there that says 50 are selling per month. So my guess is about 30, like once a day. So if 30 are selling per month, compete with Amazon. They've got some on sale. They've got 3 in stock. I mean, I'd probably get a couple of them, maybe 4. I don't like to tell beginners to go too deep into one product. You really want to diversify, but yeah, let's say you get 4 of those. We'll just call that 250. We'll round down, okay? So we'll add 250 in there. There's our $1,000 mark. That's what I was hoping for. All right, let's do, I got a little bit more time. I can do maybe just like a little bit of some more OA stuff right here. That's not an Amazon to Amazon flip. We'll find maybe 2 or 3 more things and add that to our list as well. So I want you guys, what I am doing here on video with you, I want you to do for yourself once you get off of here. I say this, any training I ever do, like I preach this so much. Please don't come to a training. I don't care if it's free. I don't care if you spent, I don't think I sell anything for more than $500, but I don't care how much money you spent on a training. If you are not applying it, like if you're not willing to spend $500 on making mistakes, then don't spend $500 on a course. You have to be willing to go out there and make some mistakes and try things for yourself. That's where you're really going to learn the most. I can show you the path, but until you start walking, you won't know how this works. So everything that we just talked about, start applying it. If you haven't had time yet this weekend, come back next week. I'll make a post in Hustle Buddies next weekend to see where people are at, sort of keep people accountable. So in our Facebook group, Hustle Buddies, I want to see where you guys are at. Did you apply things? Were you able to find $1,000 of profit? That's really my goal here, to help people find those things. Okay, and if you weren't, how can I help you further? Like what didn't click or what didn't connect or why weren't you able to find this stuff? Because I'm showing you like live on video things that I'm finding. This isn't even me doing like, advanced research or really diving in deep into the data. Like it should be very easy to find that much profit. All right, so here we are on the master search. Let me, I'm gonna filter out a couple places. I'm gonna select them all. I dislike Walmart doing OA. I dislike Target doing OA, just me personally. And I dislike the fragrances doing OA. So I'm gonna turn those off. This is just my personal preferences. I'll turn those off and we'll go. Jennifer says she's found 487 so far. I love it, perfect. For Amazon to Amazon flips, do you need to open an Amazon business account to purchase from Amazon? It's sort of, here's the thing. When people ask like, oh, do I need this or can I do that? It's free and it's easy. I think there's ways to do it without that, but you might as well just do it the correct way because it's free, it's simple. It'll take you 5 minutes to get this set up and it'll cost you nothing. So let's just get it right the first time, and then you don't have to worry about it. So yeah, go set up a free Amazon business account. If you go to like business.amazon.com, you can open a business account. Just make sure that you do not sign up for a Prime business account. Do not attach Prime to it. Don't buy Prime. Don't pay with Prime. Nothing. It's difficult or sometimes even impossible to get that like taken off. So just make sure that you're not signing up for that. Let me see. Okay, I think that's the only. Why do I dislike those sites? I dislike doing OA from Walmart and Target for 2 big reasons. One, it's like, especially in a video like this, I'm showing you guys how to go fishing. And if I say, hey, I'm going to take you on a fishing trip, and you say, all right, where's your secret fishing spot? And I say, the ocean. That to me is what doing a training using Walmart or Target is. When I say, hey, go look for products, and you say, okay, cool, where are we gonna look? And I say, we're gonna look at Walmart. That's like fishing in the ocean. Like it's too big. There's too much there. So that's reason number 1 why I don't like doing it, especially on videos like this. Reason number 2 is everybody and their mom is sourcing from Walmart and Target. They are by far, like by probably a multiple of 10, the most sourced websites for online arbitrage over anything else by a landslide. Nothing else will even come close. Maybe more than most other sites combined, if I had to wager. But yeah, so I usually take those off. The fragrance ones, I can't sell fragrances. I'm assuming most of you can't sell fragrances. They're kind of a pain to sell, so I just take those off because I don't want to see them anyways. That's my my thought processes behind the fragrances. Okay, Bass Pro Shop. We've got some fishing things. $3.50, 47. Okay. Ranking is, it's all right. Let me pull up this listing. Let me see the Amazon or the Keep It information. Okay, 100 reviews. I do some fishing, but I don't do enough to be like, oh yeah, the black one is the really good one, or the orange one is the one that everyone buys. I don't know enough to tell you that. I do a lot of fishing. I don't do a lot of catching, if you understand what I'm saying. I just go out and I fish. I don't catch a whole lot. Okay, so interesting. See all buying options. See Amazon price. Looks like it's suppressed right now. Because, yeah, they're selling it for $4.99, but then it's all of this for shipping. Interesting. And that is what, so I've said this earlier, Keepa is unable, and it's not a Keepa fault, there is no program that is able to pull the shipping data from Amazon because it's not in the API access for the back end of Keepa data. Like for developers and things like that that are making tools that use Amazon, they use back end data. It's called the API. The API of Amazon does not include the FBM shipping cost for some reason. So this, where it says, oh yeah, usually it's selling for $6.50, it is selling for $6.50 plus shipping. I would say it's very unlikely that this is selling for $6.50 and free shipping. All right. Back when it had a buy box, it was going for about 14. Interesting. All right. So is this selling? I would say yes. We can look up the variations real fast just to double check. I'm going to assume that the black one with a red spot is probably a pretty common color that should have some reviews. Reviews, yeah, it's got some reviews. How many? It doesn't matter. We're not buying 100 of these. We're just buying a handful. So the exact sales velocity, one, it's impossible to find, and two, it doesn't really matter to us. Okay. Most of these looks like they're selling for about $12.50. So that one is priced a little higher with that. It's like 16 or something. 17. Yeah, I think I'm going to pass on it just because all the other variations are selling for cheaper. It's just a little bit, this seems a little bit inflated, and it's hard to pull the data because it's the shipping cost, okay? Some jockey underwear. Usually these 3-packs are, well, this has 5 FBA offers. I was going to say usually like the multi-packs of underwear are hard gated. Oh, but we need to put an ROI filter. Hang on a second, folks. Let's put an ROI filter here. There's a chance that JCPenney had some coupons or discounts, things like that, that we could have added on to that we just skipped, but that's all right. All right, Elomi, this is a great bra brand. I sell a lot of bras. I'm known, there's a lot of stores in Orlando that know me as the bra guy because I buy so many bras from them. This is a solid brand that most people are ungated in. And if you're not currently ungated in it, try back in January and you'll probably be automatically ungated. I don't know anyone who's ever had to send an invoice for this. So yeah, it's almost always selling for $78. Very, very, very consistent. Today, for whatever reason, oh, these aren't Amazon to Amazon flips. Sorry, my brain's. All right, the blue and the red, those are the ones on sale. Okay, so petrol and salsas. Let me double check. Salsa, we don't have the blue one here, but we do have the red one. Let's just double check that the pricing is similar. Now, I do see today it's 34. What Amazon will do, especially around this time of year, is they will match competitor pricing. So this looks like most of the year it's probably closer to about between 57 and 76. Pull up the other variation, see if there's anything in there. I'd say it's likely, I'm leaning towards passing on this, but I'm just glancing to see if there's a variation that is consistently selling for a higher amount. All right. Okay, so we want only this color. There we go. And I'm just glancing at these pink charts right here to see if there's anything that's consistently going in like the 60s or the 70s. These are jumping up there sometimes. 77. That one jumps up quite a bit. That one was pretty consistently up there. And that one jumps up quite a bit as well. So does this one. All right, I kind of like this one. 46F. And things like this. So another interesting thing with people always ask me like, oh, you sell a lot of bras. Like what sizes do you look for? I don't look for sizes. I don't rule out sizes. There are benefits and drawbacks that tend to equalize each other out. So the more average sizes of whatever it is, bras, pants, shoes, shirts, whatever it is, your mediums, your size 9 shoes in men's, like your really average sizes, they will have more customers. They'll also have more sellers, and those customers will be able to shop around more. The person who's trying to buy a 46F, this is a rather unusual size. They're probably not going to stores to try to find that because that would be a very difficult size to find in stores. It would just be like, guys, if you have like a size 17 shoe, that's difficult to find in stores, and you're probably not going to a store in order to find that. So if we put 34.2 as our buy cost today, and this actually could be an Amazon to Amazon flip as well, and we flip this for 76, there's some profit there. So our best case is 76. I'd say our worst case is about 57. What would that look like? And it's okay. I would take that risk. Probably only like 1 or 2 because it is a bit of a risk and I don't like building my business on taking risks, but I would probably get 1 or 2 of those. Let's say profit of 22, we get 2. So we'll add, let's say $40 to our profit. Okay. Let's see if we can find something else here. We've got a Nike. Let me skip Nike because I think a lot of you guys are probably gated in that. That one, I want a little bit more profit probably for you guys. White Mountain, I don't know if I've ever sold that brand, so I'm going to skip that. Jordan's Big Kids. It's also Nike. Brax Holiday. Ooh, this could be interesting. It's a lower quantity, but I'll show you anyways. Or a lower profit. But sometimes, I mean, some of these things just, they sell like freaking crazy. And this could be something where you probably can't buy it online. Oh, maybe you can. We'll see. But this would be where you go in store to find these. Candy cane, and they're trying to clearance them out. Yeah, currently unavailable for shipping, but check your local availability here. All right. So if I put in, yeah, so I've got Florida here, open now, currently unavailable there, unavailable there. Whoops. Bummer. Looks like there's no stores around me here in Florida. Let's do 46804 up in Indiana. Just trying to remember zip codes off the top of my head. All right. How about Indianapolis 34715? Looking like it's mostly out of stock, but if you can find this, great. 88 cents is your buy cost. You wouldn't be selling this for $2.99. Another interesting thing, so people see this and they think it's Christmas candy and they think you can only sell it during Christmas. I want to show you guys something here. I'm going to zoom into this Keepa chart, and I'm going to turn off all the other data that might confuse you. We're looking at the green sales rank. If the sales rank is moving, it's selling. So this is Christmas. This is the day after Christmas. This is a couple days after Christmas. This is after New Year's. Now we're going into February. Now we're going into March. Is this still selling in March, even though it's Brax, Candy Cane, Elf, whatever? Yeah, it's selling a ton. It's ranked 30. Look, you can even see down here this monthly sold bar right here. Monthly sold, 50 of these are selling in the month of March. So yeah, this sells all year round. We can see here, yeah, even April, May, June, July, it's still selling 50 per month here in April. It starts to slow down, but then it kicks back up. Here we are, July 1st, 50 per month sold here in July. So you don't have to sell this only during Christmas. Obviously, it sells better during Christmas. You can see here this bar has jumped up to 1,000, but it does continue to sell year round. Now, what does it sell for year round? Looks like it sells for FBA $5. Nah, that doesn't. These people are losing money on that. $8? Nah, I mean, if you bought it for 88 cents. Maybe I should have looked at the pricing first. Buy for that. $6. Wait. Oh, because it's so small, you get you're in the lower bracket. Okay, so there actually is some wiggle room here. September. If you hold on to it there, you're only a couple sellers there. Okay, that person sold it for 8. All right, there's a possibility there. I'll add this to the list. I wouldn't buy this like from this list, and you can't buy it online. But if you see this in store, that's sort of the data why I like it. Let's say we're making, I don't know, we're getting a couple of those, so we'll put $10 there for that we made. Okay, all right. I think we found some good stuff here. A wide variety of different things that we can find. Let me hop back into chat here. And this is our final day. We're wrapping up here. If you haven't yet signed up for Nepeto, we've got our free trial. It's also a 50% coupon, which is actually a better deal than their Black Friday stuff. So you can like click their Black Friday link and then add our Hustle Buddies coupon to that. It makes it even a little bit better. So if you have not gotten Nepeto yet, do that. Take advantage of all of the discounts that we've been able to negotiate for you guys. And make some money. All right, let me dive into some questions. Make sure I've covered absolutely everything before we sign off here for the last time. Okay, we covered the Amazon to Amazon Cyber Monday event that I was putting on. It's just kind of a one-day single list type of a thing. If I get 10 people to sign up, great, I'll do it. If not, I'll refund you your money. Let me see. Oh, I had a couple people ask for a live search with coupons. I wonder if, okay, let me go through a couple websites real fast. I'm not going to do a live search. Actually, here's what I'll do. Hang on. Let's go to Rakuten. I'm going to see if I can combine anything real fast. Let me just glance through a couple websites. Let's check Disney Store. Open this in a new tab. Let's check Ace. Let's check Macy's. Let's check PetSmart. All right, these are all places that you can source from. So we're starting with like a 10 to 12%. I think one of them was 15%. Yeah, PetSmart's 10 to 15% cash back. Let me just glance to see if they have any subsequent coupons. Perfect. Disney, perfect example. 30% off as long as you spend 150. So if you spend $150, like if your receipt says 150, you'll get 30% off of that. So multiply it by 0.7. And then on this 105 through Rakuten, you're going to earn 10% back on that. So realistically, your $150 purchase actually costs you about 94.5. 94.5 divided by 150. So you're about, what is this, 37? Am I doing my math right? 37% off when you've stacked that perfectly. So whatever you're looking at, as long as you're purchasing it in, actually, no, it doesn't even have to be in increments of 100. It has to be over 150, but yeah. So everything that you look at is 37% off. Now, is Disney one of their live ones? I forget. Shop Disney. So I think it starts with an S. Oh, it's not. But here's what we can do instead. Go to this, just the full web search. I'm going to filter this down to Disney Store. Then, since I'm only looking at the Disney Store, I'm going to add in a 37% coupon. That's roughly what this comes out to with my math using the cashback. Okay. Was there anything? Did I filter anything else out? Select all. Let me try that. Because yesterday, like I accidentally filtered something out because I had something else selected. Let me try just one more thing before that. Retail OA. Disney. Okay, wait a second. Filter suppliers. Oh, I see what I'm doing. Deselect all. Disney. Nothing. Interesting. All right, so they must have not pulled anything that they thought was profitable from that website. Now, this is a blessing and a curse. The curse is that, man, it's not easy for me. They didn't find anything, whatever. The blessing, if they didn't find anything, probably there's no scraper that has found anything from the Disney shop. And I guarantee you that there are things at this Disney store that are profitable flips when you account for 37% off. Let me see just real fast. Holiday, like their ornaments, we've done well on. Let me see. Ornament. Oh, it's right. Yeah. So these ornaments, like right here, Cinderella sketchbook ornament, Monsters Inc. ornament so it's on sale for 16, but I'll pull up a calculator. So that's not actually our buy cost. Usually I see their ornaments on Amazon. They change every single year, but if you can find one, on average, they sell for between $30 and $40 all year round. So 16 is our initial price. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen, am I? See, you didn't see any of that. Your entire screen. Sorry about that. There we go. Okay, so we're on Shop Disney here. I apologize for forgetting to share my screen. So we're on Shop Disney here. I can see these ornaments right there. They usually sell for $30. This one is on sale for 16, but it's 16 multiplied by 0.63 is 37% off. All right, so $10 is our buy cost. If we can find a listing for this, we can sell it for $10. If we can't find a listing for this, you can probably make a listing for this and make money because again, they sell all day, every day between $30 and $40 on Amazon. If you're buying it for 10, it is incredibly difficult for this to not make you money. I don't have to run that through a calculator. All you have to do is verify that it exists on Amazon and it should be profitable. And if it doesn't exist, then make a listing for it because that'll be profitable. Cinderella one right there when you're stacking the coupons. So that's sort of, I said this again, I think I said it on day 2, but like adding in that human element to a search will just elevate these things so much. So like that's the human element that I added. I ran the web scraped automated search and it pulled up nothing. And instead of seeing that just as a negative thing, I think that's interesting because there should be things that are in here. Maybe it's the fact that the products are actually really difficult to match up online. I've shopped Disney ornaments before, and they're very difficult to match up on Amazon because they change every year. Sometimes UPCs are off. But if you can actually find one that exists, or you're willing to create it, which again, this wouldn't show you creation data, and all the data that, like all the stuff that I said, that's just personal knowledge from doing this over the years. Like I know that these sell for $30. That's not something that is scrapable. So because I can add in that human element and I combine that with knowing, oh, and nothing was scraped, well, I'm going to have virtually zero competition on anything that I find. Here, we'll do like a Disney shop ornament, Cinderella. You guys are going to Cinderella. Wow. What did I type? Add to dictionary. Cinderella. Cinderella. And I still probably misspelled that. All right. Lennox is a pretty good brand for a lot of these. Hallmark is another good one. Here we go. All right. So here's Disney Jock and Gus sketchbook ornament. It's these sketchbook or the storybook ornaments that you're looking for. So $33. This one is $25 right now. It'll probably go to $30 after that. Here's another one. Cinderella, $33. Little Mermaid. It doesn't show us a buy box, so it's probably suppressed. Oh, those are kind of cheap ones. Disney Cinderella, $40. So remember exactly what I said. Every year they change these, and every year they sell for $30 to $40 on Amazon, and they sort of become collector's items because now the only place that you can get this is either eBay or Amazon because you can't get it in store anymore. They're no longer making this exact version. This is last year or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, whatever years ago. Okay. So yeah, if you can find your match on here, awesome. Go with it and run. Okay. All right. It doesn't. Someone's saying with Amazon to Amazon flips, they will often limit the quantity at 3. Sometimes they do. It kind of depends on what you're looking at. Yeah, there's like some categories where you will basically never like. If you found like a grocery deal, now they're a little bit stickier because there can be some expiration dates, Brian, with A-to-A flips. But there's a lot of stuff that you can get more than 3 of for with business accounts. Let's see. Someone says they don't like the returns from shoes and clothing, so they went back to Sephora. Yeah, not everyone likes that. And it's a part of doing business. You just account for that. So assume that about 10% of your clothes or shoes or whatever will be returned, and it'll cost you like I don't know, $8 or $10 or whatever with all the return fees and everything. Okay, so if you account for that on the front end, that's why you probably shouldn't get a shoe if it has like $5 a profit, 30% ROI. For a shoe, that's just, you get one return, you'll have to sell like 8 shoes to make up for one return. But if it's larger, like if you're making $20, $30, $40 on a shoe and it's maybe 35 to 55% on the low end, well, then it only takes 1 or 2 sales to make up for one return. And since your return rate is only going to be 10 to 15%, well, okay, you can assume that you're going to be selling roughly 9 of these for every one that gets returned. All right. So yeah, it's all part of the math. Yeah, there's a million ways to make $1 million. You don't have to sell shoes and clothing to make $1 million. You also don't have to avoid it. I know more 7-figure clothing and shoe sellers than any other category possibly combined. Like it's such a large category that people do on Amazon. Let me see. Okay, any other questions before I hop off here? Do you still get random products if you sort by category or store? Or is it like sorting by ROI? You get random product. The ones that are shown to you are picked at random unless you sort it by some way. So like picking a store is not sorting it. That's just narrowing down your field. So sort of think of it like there's like, let's say there's a million products for it to choose from if you have no filters. So it's showing you a random 30 from those million. If you say, okay, I only want to see stuff that has 30% ROI, well, now instead of a million products, maybe now there's, I don't know, 100,000 products, and it'll pick 30 randomly from that. That's my understanding. Yeah, hopefully that helps. That was Scott's question here if you're watching the replay. If you see a listing with only FBM sellers, you think it's a great opportunity because you $5. It's not. I wouldn't call it a big opportunity or a great opportunity. Is there some opportunity? Yeah. I don't go out of my way to look for this specifically. I think there's ways that you can do this, and you can make a little more money selling at Prime, and you will get some more sales and all of that. But I don't think it's as massive as people think. So is there some opportunity there? Yeah, definitely. Is it something that personally I'm going out of my way to search for? Not usually, outside of really niche scenarios when I'm really trying to dive in deep. Now, with all of that said, there's riches in the niches. That's what they say. So if you start doing that and you sort of find a groove and find something that's working for you, double down on that. Just because Nate says I don't do that doesn't mean that you shouldn't do that. In fact, sometimes it can mean the opposite, just like what that search from Nepeto showed us. Like if it's like, oh, there's not a whole lot of results there, maybe that's like, oh, well, then I better put in some time and learn how to do that. So that's my advice for you, Molly. I haven't watched the first 2 videos yet. What did I miss? So day 1 was kind of an overview. We sort of talked about like what Nepeto is, talked about the different facets, because there's a lot of different things that Nepeto does. And oftentimes when you're talking to someone about Nepeto, they say, I used Nepeto. That phrase, like I used Nepeto, that can mean like 10 different things depending on who you talk to. And it doesn't even need to be like web scraping. They might only be using the RA scanning app on their phone, and they don't even know that there's all this web scraping stuff online. So yeah, so we went over a lot of the basic stuff, found a couple products. Day 2, we went a little bit deeper, so it's a little bit more sourcing on day 2. But yeah, check them out, man. It's free training. Have it on in the background. Let's say you're prepping stuff. You bought a bunch of stuff for Black Friday, and now you have a pile of like 1,000 socks that you're trying to put stickers on. Just put me on in the background while you're putting stickers on 1,000 socks. Let's see. Is that a Keepa extension you're using on your browser? I've been copying the ASIN into a separate tab. Looks like there's an easier way. Yeah, if you if you have Keepa, then you have the Keepa extension. This is not like an extra thing that I'm paying for. I'm assuming, Molly, that you are talking about this. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but when I pulled up an Amazon page, let me close up. This is Nepeto here on the side. But when I pulled up an Amazon page, are you talking about this right here directly on the page? Yeah, everyone, if you have a Keepa subscription, then you already have this. You just have to download it and log in. So yeah, get the Keepa Chrome extension. This is like absolute. There's no tool that I say is required to have in order to be an Amazon seller. Keepa is as close as you get. The only other thing that is as close as you get is some sort of listing and record keeping software like Inventory Lab or ScanPower. Those are the only 2 things that are like, yeah, that's just about required. It isn't technically required, but it almost is required because they're just so powerful. Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to ever copy and paste Keepa stuff. Same thing, actually, if you're trying to do it on your phone, every scanning app has a way to, just with a click of a button, open up a Keepa window for whatever it is that you're looking at. You never have to copy and paste an ASIN into Keepa, like ever. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like any scenario where I would have done that, maybe when I was giving an example, but in my actual day-to-day sourcing, you don't ever have to do that. And the less times that you have to touch a process or a tool or a product, the better, because it just means you're optimizing your workflow. Let me see. How do you handle all of the out of stock leads that come in up in the retail suppliers? So many of the matches are out of stock at the store. You filter it out. Here, I'll show you this. So yeah, if you are finding stuff that is out of stock, when you say so many, are you, I'm going to ask a major question. Are you filtering down to just one specific store or a couple specific stores, or are you letting this be wide open? If you're letting it be wide open, there's just no way that you're finding so many. When I mean so many, I mean like above like 5%. If you're finding more than 5%, then something is wrong. There's also a little button on the side where you can report something as being a mismatch or out of stock. Okay, and they'll actually give you a free subscription. You can see I've got 6 of my 50. If you find 50 things here, then you're good to go. Now, on some of these, so let me try to do a search here. On some of them, they're unable to find the stock. Okay, so for those, you will find a larger than normal amount of mismatches. GameStop is going to be a good example. Okay, so if you are searching GameStop, GameStop has very regional availability. So it's difficult for things to be available like countrywide, and you really have to check your own individual stores. And you're not going to, like, if you make like, oh, this isn't in stock at my store, okay, you're not going to get credit for that because it is in stock at my store, and the regional stuff doesn't really work. So I do see some of that with like GameStop and things like that. But if you're just doing a wide open search, it should be very uncommon for something to be out of stock. There's also a little filter here where you can either show this or not show it. If you have that turned on and you're tired of seeing that, then turn that off. I actually will oftentimes leave that on because there's a lot of regional things that I'll find, or I can set alerts for things and whatnot. But yeah, if there is a specific store, perfect. There we go. Here's an example. We see this little, where'd it go? Oh no, it went away. But you saw that little red triangle right there. So that means they're unable to verify if something is in stock. This should be in stock. That should be in stock. That should be in stock. That one might be out of stock. But yeah, most things are going to be in stock. If you say so much, I think you might be looking at the wrong place or looking at something weird. I'd have to watch your process because that is just not the results that myself or anyone that I know gets. You shouldn't be getting so many out of stock. It'll come up sometimes and then you can report it. If it's a lot of things, you're probably looking at a regional store like GameStop. How do you get the middle box in Keepa? Good question. It's this button right here. Okay, so usually you just see that. You got to click this little thing that says sub ranks. Let me show this for the replay watchers so they can see. All right, you got to click this button that says sub ranks, and then this thing in the middle comes up. You do not care at all about that stuff. You can turn those off. They are pretty much entirely meaningless to you. Don't bother looking at them and putting any weight in them in any way, shape, or form. But this monthly sold part is in that middle section. How am I using the first time sign up coupon as an evergreen coupon? It kind of depends. Some websites, I'm thinking you're talking about websites that have like a sign up thing. Some websites, it's just like the same code. It's like welcome 15, and you just use welcome 15 every time you try to buy something, and they never change it. Sometimes it's a unique code. So if it's like 7M654Q3, whatever, those are unique codes. You can use multiple phone numbers. Eventually that gets to be a little bit of a hassle. So I don't usually do multiple phone numbers unless I'm doing like a huge order from a website that I've only shopped at a handful of times. What I like to do actually, so here's another little pro tip here. You can go, there's like ChatGPT has a coupon finding extension in it. So I'll show you here in a second. There we go. Coupons GPT. So if you just go to the GPT store and you search for coupons GPT, you can do that. Let's say you want Nike. Okay, so this is going to search Nike.com. What kind of coupons does Nike have? This will show us all the ones. So 10% off Nike 24, 30% off select styles if you use BF Friday. Okay, so go through there and try different things. I like to use this. There's lots of different coupon finding websites. This is just one of the ones that's unaffiliated with most things. Okay. All right. Let me see. Other question. Yeah, the Wilson gloves. I love this. All right. So these gloves right here that we said, yeah, we would probably buy a couple of those. And people are always like, oh, but how do you know it'll go back up? Like, we're looking at the data. It's always up. This is the exception to the rule. Someone just said in chat, if you didn't buy them yet, they're back up to $2.99. So if you bought this in the last 10 minutes because of this, you just made yourself $64 because it's back up to its normal price of $2.99. Super cool. Can you watch the first two replays? Yes. So here, let me share. Whoops, hang on a second. Stop screen sharing for a second. Let me share this here in chat. So if you're like just visiting here on YouTube and you're like, oh, I didn't even know this was like a whole workshop thing that existed. This is a free workshop. I'm hosting it here live on YouTube, but the workshop area it's on our website. So if you go there to that link, hustlebuddiesofficial.com/p/free Nepeto 1000 workshop, you'll get it there. I just posted the link in chat as well. I think I even have, I didn't put a QR thing for it, but you should get it, or you can add me on Facebook. Go to our Facebook group, Hustle Buddies, over on Facebook, add me as a friend, and then shoot me a message. Hey, can you send me a link to the Nepeto workshop? And I'll send you that. So yeah, I'm happy to do that. And I'll put some other bonuses in there as well. I wasn't able to get them added this week. I was planning on it, but my wife had a family emergency, so she flew out. And we have 4 children that are 6 and under. And I've been the solo dad parent all week. So I did not have time to do pretty much anything this week. Next week, this coming week, I will be adding some bonus stuff in there. All right, let me see any other questions while I'm still here. I can't figure out how to get that scanning app. So for the scanning app, Monica, it is a little bit funky because it's not in the App Store. So you will have to, I'll share my screen here. If you're logged into Nepeto, right here in like the bright yellow sign, it says download our free scanning app. So you can click on that, RA app. There you go. And you can click these buttons. If you go to like nepeto.com from your phone, you can see the same thing. Click it from there. For the Chrome extension, download it right there. So that's where you go. Boom, boom. And then once you get the app, you'll need to make it's a little bit funky. Maybe I'm sure that they're trying to like fix this for the future because it is a little bit funky. You have to sort of create a new account. It'll look like you're creating a new account, and it's going to be like, oh, I tried to log in and it said my account doesn't exist. That's because you haven't yet used the mobile app. So the mobile app account is sort of a new account. So you make an account for the mobile app and for the Chrome extension, but make it with the same exact email that you use for the web scraping part of Nepeto, okay? Once you've created your account, then you email them and say, hey, I just created my account. Can you link these two up for the mobile app and the Chrome extension? And they take care of you. And if they're not answering you, then join their Facebook group and ping them over there. And if they don't answering you there, then add Edo on Facebook and shoot him a message. Hey, I'm still waiting. Come on, get me added, guys. So yeah. All right, that was the last question. Just a couple reminders. If you don't yet have Nepeto, we've got a free trial right there. This is the best coupon that exists. It's better than their Black Friday coupon. It stacks on top of their Black Friday deals. So use our coupon, scan that if you are not yet using Nepeto. If you're interested in an Amazon to Amazon leads list event, it's a live event. It's happening tomorrow. If I get 10 people to sign up, I'll do it. So we've got that going on as well. I'll post a link here in chat to that. Oh, I don't have a handy one. Sorry, give me just a second, and then I'll post a link to that. So we've got that coming up. That's tomorrow. If you like this kind of teaching where I'm teaching you while I'm actually doing it, it's not just like theoretical. I'm not just talking you through like, oh, here's all the different things this tool can do or could do. It's like, no, let's actually do this. I'll tell you what I'm doing, but then let me show you in real time. Let's actually do some sourcing and find you some stuff. So I'm putting my money where my mouth is. Like, I'm not just saying you can theoretically do XYZ. I'm actually going to do XYZ. If you like that kind of teaching and that kind of style, check out our Amazon sourcing camp. A number of people here have been to that event. A number of people here have been speakers at that event. It's the biggest sourcing event for Amazon sellers. It's last one was, I think we actually hit like 60 hours of sourcing content, like videos and tutorials about all different kinds of sourcing. Yeah, there's all different types of sourcing and Sourcing Camp. We've got replays available for that if you are interested. Just go to Hustle Buddies and search for Sourcing Camp. Our next live event will be coming up in February, and anyone who attends previous camps gets a discount for future camps. So if you're like, I don't know if I should go to the past one or the next one, you can do both. Get a coupon for this past one. Just shoot me a message on Facebook. I'll send you a coupon for the past one, and then you'll get another coupon for the next one. So you sort of get two for the price of one. All right. Let me see. Do I search by individual stores at all? Yeah. Yeah. So like if there's a crazy sale at like the Disney one, I just tried when my screen wasn't sharing. I tried to do it there, but they didn't pull anything. So I'll do that at Disney, or if Kohl's is having a crazy sale, I'll do it from Kohl's. I don't, when I'm like just starting, unless I'm looking for a very specific store, I don't do like a handful of stores. It's not like, okay, I'm going to search these 6 places. Because to me, like if you're searching 6 places, you're not applying any coupons. And at that point, you might as well just search all of the places. There's no reason to limit yourself to like 6. So either leave it, my recommendation, either leave it wide open and have a couple exclusions of places that you don't like, or search one store like Kohl's and stack all of the coupons so you know going into it, everything that I find is actually priced half of whatever Nepeto says it's priced at, for example. Okay. All right. That's it for me, guys. That's the end of this workshop. I hope you guys made some money. I'll check back next week in the Facebook group. I'll make a post about it. Give you time to watch all the replays and actually try Nepeto out. But yeah, if you're struggling with Nepeto, it's so simple. It's so easy. That's why I have switched over to it. It's why I've started recommending it so much, because it's so much simpler than any other web scraper I have ever used. It's plug and play ready. Day one, so I showed you guys how to get set up and we talked about it. The very first time you log into Nepeto, it should take you 1 minute, maybe 90 seconds to put in. There's like 4 settings that you need to set. It should take you about 90 seconds to put those 4 settings in. And then you click on the retail arbitrage thing. And within the first 3 or 4 products, you should see something that you like. Okay, so it should be very quick that you are finding profitable products. If you've spent an hour on this and you didn't find anything profitable, you have done something wrong, because it should not be taking you that long to find profit. Rewatch these videos, or you can even in Nepeto, they will jump on like one-on-one calls with you. If you're struggling with it, like tell them and they'll jump on with you. Or if you join their Facebook group, they do sourcing videos like weekly showing you different parts. Like there's beginner sourcing stuff, there's more advanced sourcing stuff. So wherever you're at, they do free trainings every single week, sometimes multiple times a week. So if you're struggling, there are so many places to get answers and to get help. My recommendation is keep it simple. If you're overcomplicating things, that's usually where things get messed up. If you keep it really simple, it should be pretty easy to find some early profit. All right. I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys so much for coming out. I hope you guys make some money over the holiday weekend. And don't forget,